There was no fucking way that anything was going to be different than that, what I'd written down.
Oh, Wilson, hello. He's been a standout for the Great Britain team.
Yeah, I kept it quiet, I didn't tell any coaches that I was drinking. 4 days before I flew to Rio, I was steaming. That release, because of how fucking mentally drained I was.
So like I said on the title, we're going to talk a little bit about Nile's experience. It's quite ironic that I've been your best friend for a very long time and through the Olympics and we've not really talked or discussed much about the Olympics. I've heard a lot through stories, we've been out in groups and telling us stuff, but it's not something that we've really discussed. It's definitely not something that I've put across to my audience. So just to get a little bit of an insight to the whole Olympic experience and hopefully something a little bit juicy that you've not told the camera before as well. That's what I'm fishing for.
Maybe I've got some of that.
So let's start off just with the all-round Olympic experience. I mean, it's something that, the vast majority of the population, we're never going to experience. So just what is it?
You're right, it's something that less than 0.0001% of people experience. The Olympic Games is the craziest 3 weeks ever experienced in life. It's irreplicable, irreplaceable. It is anything and everything that you've ever dreamed of from my experience. Yeah. That's all of it, the whole thing. But then, mine was a successful one, so I came back with a medal. And actually, when I think about my gymnastics, it was actually the best gymnastics I've ever performed. All I've got is love and amazing memories. It'd be different if I wasn't expecting to win a medal, so it was just like that was the cherry on top, the last event on high bar. But then you've got the whole village, the people, it's just absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, you have people like your Andy Murray's, your Usain Bolt. Yeah, you've got 10,000 athletes in a village all living together, which is sick. But then within that, there's just like you say that, your A-list celebrities that then become your friends. Like I remember day 2, I went out for breakfast with Christian and Andy Murray was in the lift with his tennis racket, about to go to training. And I was like, just half asleep. Good morning, Andy. Right. And then I'm like, then he's just chatting to us on the way down. It was just such a surreal moment. And then it was like 10 floors that were going down. I can't remember, like small talk bollocks. And then we sort of parted ways. And I went, have a good sesh, mate. Yeah, have a good day training. He went, yeah, you too, boys. And then I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that just been? And then you realise that Andy Murray is just me. Yeah, he's just a person. Just a human being. Everyone, like, you put these people on, but even like, you guys might put us guys on that. It's like, we're actually just freaking people. That was such a surreal part of the whole process. Well, it's just like, imagine a fucking jar. Yeah. And you're just tipping every single emotion into it, like excitement, adrenaline, like just throw it all in there, even like sadness, overwhelming, like blah 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 blah, and then you fucking stir it up and it creates a chemical reaction and it just fucking explodes. And then times that by 10, that's what doing the Olympic, like that's what doing the Olympic high bar. It's like euphoria, just everything at once. Yeah, it's just Show me how nice ICT. That's the student. Yeah. Sir. Yes? Can you just help me show me how to edit this, please? that is so... I'm getting face. You're getting beat up, coffee breath. That's so true. Right guys, we are going to do the Mike Myers challenge. So the Mike Myers challenge, seen it on TikTok. You have a mask on, you have a fake knife thing, which I'll find in a second. And basically what we're going to do, Niall, if you didn't know, we're going to chase each other from here to there. You got to run, you got to open your door, Niall, get in and lock it before the person, the killer, the Mike Myers, gets you. Okay, but the rule is you can run as fast as you want. The person with the mask on, Michael, can only walk, set pace, nice steady pace, long strides. I've got long legs, so I'm going to kill him. Yeah, if you get in, lock the door, you are safe, you survive. I'm already petrified. I feel like it's going to be scary. Yeah. Okay. So we've got ICT, Mr. Watson. Brilliant. This is said knife. Knife crime is dangerous, guys, so we're using a roller. I'm actually nervous. Oh, that is terrifying. That is terrifying. Can you show the audience what pace you're going to walk at? He's not got long. I've got this. I've got this. 3, 2, 1, go. He's coming. Oh, nice! Do not look back. Yeah? Yeah. You got this focus on the task in hand, Luke. 3, 2, 1, survive! Yeah.
key outside, I would be dead. You're going down.
Oh, I'm petrified. Look at the stride length of this guy.
3, 2, 1. Survive! Oh, that was close! Oh, that was close! Luke was definitely faster.
Yeah, I went faster, right? I'm definitely catching
Oh my god, I was so like a... 3, 2, 1, go! Shit! I'm panicking so much with the key.
It's just seeing his face as well when he turns on both your faces, the door straight, it's like a... No deaths so far, so that's brilliant. Guys, we're going to pop on back over to me and Nile having our chat in the car. Then you'll see if Nile can kill us later. The next bit, Nile, I would like to talk about is a lot of people, like you say, it's the overall experience or it's what was it like on the day. However, one of my biggest interests in it, especially because I've done sports my whole life and I love that sort of athlete's mind and all that sort of stuff. What was it like in the build-up to the Olympics? So we're talking, I want to talk the month before, 2 weeks before, 1 week before. Was it excitement? Were you buzzing me like I want to get me on that fucking stage? Was it fierce? Like what was going through your mind as a 20-year-old lad a month before the Olympics, knowing you've been picked?
Get me the hell there healthy and safe.
Yeah.
Just get me on that fucking plane now. At that point where you're selected and it was maybe like 4 to 6 weeks, it's like waiting for Christmas. I was actually really stressed and overwhelmed because at 20 I was a new kid on the block and not much experience, including Bryn, who was my roommate and teammate. The rest of them, Christian, Lewis and Max, had done the Olympics. Lewis had done 2. So I think the consensus and thought process was like, right, let's make the young kids do as much as they fucking can that year, for get as much experience of like what they're doing, so when it comes to competition they'll be able to deliver. And I was just exhausted, mate. From February to July, August, when the Olympics was, I'd competed, I can't even remember, I think in the all-round final my goal was to score 90 that year, and I never quite did it. 89.8 was the closest I got, but in the all-round final Olympics it was the 14th time that I'd scored 89 that year. I've been to New York to compete, I've been to Rio to do the test events. I actually competed in that arena, flew to Rio and back, went to Switzerland, went to Germany. They just made me do every fucking thing that there was. Imagine that's pressurised environments, because it's building up to get an Olympic selection. You don't know whether you're in or not, so every time you need to perform, every time they're watching. So when it's like, right, you're in, and it's like, right, fuck for that, I was fucked. Mentally, I was just exhausted. I was like, oh my god. And then that training, I just remember it being horrible. I was burnt out physically and mentally. I remember making mistakes, nearly injuring myself a couple of times, just thinking, oh my god. I was in breakdowns every week, and then like I coped with it a bit. This might be a bit of your juiciness, to be honest, and you know about this.
Oh yeah, so this links very well into the... Can you tell us something that about your Olympic experience that's never been said on camera, I suppose?
There's a few things, but in the lead up, off the back of what I've just said, I partied and drank every weekend up until I went to Rio. Like the week, like 4 days before I flew to Rio, I was steaming. Which is like, it may sound bad, it was very controlled. I was like a professional party. I had like, I had a system and rules. So it was like only drink vodka, lemon soda, I had protein bars and litre of hydration, electrolytes waiting for me at my bedside table when I got in. But I just needed that release because of how fucking mentally drained I was. I mean, you can look at it different ways, but that's what I needed to do at that time to cope with what I was going through at 20 years old.
It's easy to forget. You look at footballers and, well, all athletes, don't you, and you in that category, that you forget that you're a 20-year-old lad.
Yeah.
That also, as much as he wants to do the Olympics and he's a pro athlete, he's also a lad that wants to live his life. So it's
there was that, but I feel like I was more just using it as just a release.
So,
Do you think the environment I was in? I was doing arena competitions most weekends, travelling, and it was fucking mental, and the pressure. And every weekend I just needed that release, so that's how I did it. And then I was recently single at the time, so I feel like between the Europeans and the games I just partied, because I also was interested in girls and pulling. So that would be every Saturday, like get pissed, girls, have a Sunday off, and then crack back on my Olympic prep and just not say a word to anyone as if I was doing it. I kept it quiet. I didn't tell any coaches that I was drinking.
I mean, there's different ways of looking in there. That one way is that fucking hell, Nile. If you'd have not done that, you could have gone to Rio and you could have got gold. There's also which in my opinion is the way of looking at it. If you'd not done that, and that was your way of dealing with the stress and the pressure, you could have mentally burnt out, physically burnt out. You might have got on the plane, or you might have hurt yourself on the way, or not performed as well when you got there. So there's different ways of looking at it, and that's...
I think like I've made a lot of mistakes, and then our behaviour towards, particularly after the games, because before I was the ultimate professional.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I gave in to sort of temptation when I'd won a medal in every field and started making money.
Yeah.
But I just don't regret anything that I'd done. Like, you can't do what ifs. You just got to like try and do the next right thing. And I, under my controlled environment, felt like the right thing for me to do was to enjoy my weekends.
Yeah. So guys, we're doing a little bit of MMA today, but I thought I'd try a little bit of gymnastics mixed with MMA. So I think capoeira is one of the sports. So now I'm going to hold the pad. I'm going to try kick the moon, which is a one-footed backflip. I'm going to try land, hand down, and then kick the pad or Nile. We will find out very, very shortly.
Great content either way.
Yeah, exactly. If I kick him in the face, you have to subscribe.
Yeah.
Deal?
Yeah.
Deal. Done.
I want a bigger pad if you're kicking.
Just hold it like that. You can let go. So I'll go like that. Yeah, I've done my flip. Land, you stood here. Hold it out. And then I'll go there. Yeah, but don't move it away.
This is what I mean, I want a bigger pad.
Honestly, right. You'll watch Nile's video, it's going to be released in a couple of weeks or whatever. He's made me take a kick from an MMA fighter. And now he's comparing.
No bigger pad.
Hi. Okay, we
Clean up.
improvise, adapt,
Overcome.
That was better.
I was waiting for
Yeah.
a back kick.
Yeah, so was I. When the front happened.
You're left with nothing. Your nose bleeding.
Whoa,
Okay.
that was sick.
Okay, cheers, brother. Right, we'll see you somewhere else in the vlog. You know, we don't know where we're going to be. You know this by now. You've watched me for a while. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm going to go fuck him up first. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh shit! I thought you were in. Right, I'm dead.
Yeah!
Right, you're right. Ashley's up.
Okay, I'll go this.
3, 2, 1, go! That was proper. That was fun.
Why is it actually scary?
What's your favourite moment of the Olympics? What I would have said is your favourite. I'm sure what most of them would guess is your favourite. I'm guessing it's the winning the bronze.
You mean, yeah, that moment was silly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's like, fuck me, that was fucking, because you had the achievement.
Yeah,
like you actually
yeah.
physically had a
Yeah,
medal.
I mean,
like,
it's what you've had as a kid.
It's like you think of the percentage of people that go to the Olympics. You think of the percentage of people that win a medal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's 10,000 athletes there, and anyway, when I really think about it, my favourite moment is actually my bar routine in the team final. I was wearing red. I've got the video. But the reason that was, there's more details to this, but I knew from a kid that I was good at high bar. I was obsessed with gymnastics. I was always obsessed with being last man up.
Yeah.
On the high bar. It happened to me twice in my career. The other time was at the Commonwealth Games in the all-round final. But last man up on high bar, needing a clean routine to win something.
Yeah.
And in this case, we didn't win. But I actually, 6 months before the Olympics, I wrote down a goal, which was do my job for the team in the team final. And then on the back of it was a dream attached to it, so like a moment. And it was like, I think it was something along the lines of the words that I wrote were, do the best high bar routine of my life, like stick my dismount, erupt with emotion and win the crowd. Like, you know, Gladiator, win the crowd. If you watch that before the routine, I actually say out loud underneath the bar, say inevitable dream. Which that's what we call it impossible goal, inevitable dream. And it was such a fucking weird experience because I knew I was going to do it. I think I would have got joint gold with that routine, with that score.
Yeah.
It was like the highest score of that day on high bar. I scored 15-7 and Hambushan won with 15-7. But it was the best high bar routine I've ever done. I stuck my dismount, went mental, and
won the crowd.
Fucking won the crowd. Like, it was such a weird, but like for 6 months straight I've been reading this. I've been thinking about it. I mean, for my whole life I've been thinking about being last man up. But I was last man up for Team Great Britain on high bar in the team final. It went Max, then Christian, then Nile. And I did that, and that was just like
That's the best. That's the. Yeah.
That's it. We didn't win a medal as a team, and there was nothing to show for it. But like personally, that feeling, it was just so. I felt like a god, bro. Yeah. It was like because of all the prep I'd done up and this whole goal thing. When I was stood underneath the bar, I just knew it. It was like it was a done deal, mate. There was no fucking way that anything was going to be different than that. What I'd written down. Yeah. And I just did it. It was fucking sick, mate. Let's
go, man. I can't. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be pinged up. Hopefully, you've just seen it. You've just watched it, guys, and. I mean, me being a friend as well, watching it from back home was fucking incredible. Do you know, it sounds so stupid, but I was a coach at the time as well, and watching it with friends and family and gymnasts I'm coaching, and I'm like, that's, they're like, oh, Nile's up. I'm like, that's my fucking Nile. It's my fucking boy. But
man, anyway, I get emotional. And then we're at the parties, we're fucking stag do. I might have a few pictures for you, bro. There's actually a really bad picture of me the morning after the 6th night we did in a row.
Okay.
My eyes look like fucking...
Let's see, you were quite a pro drinker then. That was a...
No, well, I was.
Well, yeah.
But I've got... No, I'm laying there on, like, naked on my bed with a used condom on my head.
Oh, my God. Maybe we'll save that one for the future. That could be blackmail. Sell that to the Sun.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Niall, thanks for that.
Pleasure. I enjoyed that chat.
No, it's been
got the feelings again, bro. I want to fucking go to gym.
We're going to train. Where do we go train? It's not. We're going to go have a drink. But yeah, he's got excited about his routine. I got excited about the partying.
Yeah.
Guys, like I said, thank you for watching. For the 65% of you that are subscribed, come on, give us a little click. I'd really appreciate it. I've got one last thing to say. Big love.